morning everyone. Welcome to the Career Compass program. So today we are privileged to have with us a distinguished alumnus of our school, an inspiring professional and a lifelong learner who truly believes in balancing career, passion and family life. Mr. Raj Chheda from the SSC Batch 2004. Completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and is currently working with Accenture Pune. He leads the Canada market for bids and proposals, a critical role within sales and marketing. He is well known for his effective leadership, excellent communication skills, and strong work ethics. And currently, he manages a diverse team of 30 professionals specializing in writing, designing and creating innovative marketing ideas. Beyond his professional success, Mr. Chheda is a family-oriented person living with parents, wife, and adorable 2.5-year-old daughter. He is passionate about biking, which he describes as his form of meditation. In his free time, he loves the playing guitar and loves traveling and especially road trips. So he considers the best way of unwind to it. So I again request all the students to welcome our guest speaker of the today. And now I request Mr. Raj Chheda to kindly enlighten our students about your career journey, the importance of education and skills, the challenges you face and how you overcome them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Okay, so good morning, teachers and my dear students. Hi. Okay, so yeah. So my name is Raj Chheda. So I started my academics journey from this school itself, and not many of you would know when I started my school journey from nursery. This was where the nursery was. The pre-primary section has gone to the beyond section at a later point of time. So I completed my nursery and junior here itself. And then we shifted to the new building. So it is altogether a different own spirit that, I'm back here. Okay, so let me start with how Rathi School or this STEAM Institute would have shaped my journey. So let me cover 3 points here. Building strong foundations, values that last, and discovering interest. So when I say building strong foundations, logical thinking, discipline is what all we learn at school. So here there are teachers who will inculcate these values in you, and trust me, when teachers tell you something, it is for your benefit and it will last till long. So that is how the foundation got stronger for me. And then the emphasis of school on innovating ideas, innovating things, giving you the pulse to move ahead in your academics will definitely help you to move ahead in your professional journey. To give you an example, I used to serve as a house captain when I was in primary. So we had this house boards to be getting decorated, and it was a competitive thing. So the innovation comes from there. You might not I would say recollect it right away, but then you have to bring in the ideas, bring in the themes. Okay, your mind starts working. Now it is the Republic Day. Let's decorate the house with a patriotic theme. That is where innovation comes into picture. It might be a fancy word for you right now, but trust me, when you do all of that, those I would say skills are being getting developed into yourself. So we had that CCA period. Not sure if it is still been getting continued. Okay. So I was one of the students who used to always participate in storytelling competition. At that time it was a competition. It was fun. I'm first, second, third, whatever, we are getting medals and certificates. But trust me, that storytelling competition was one of the factors or one of the reasons why I do not have stage fear today. I work in a company where there are 8.5 lakh employees. I face customers, not Indian customers, foreign delegates every day. And this is my casual attire for you today, but or else I am interested in 2-piece or 3-piece suit. And we have to deal with customers, and I'll come to that. The profile that I work on is a very critical and a crucial profile for, I would say, profit making in the industry. So those, when I recollect, I have seen my colleagues who fear even speaking to them. They are very good at making presentations, they are very good at their technical knowledge, but when it comes to speaking to customers, giving presentations, it is hardly that they would come into limelight because they would have that stage fear, the confidence would not be coming there. So that CCA periods, all of that, all these are the values that have come in from the school itself. Something? Okay. Want anything? You are good, correct? Please stop me if you all want anything or have any questions. And then speaking about what I do. So I work with an IT company called Accenture. So when you say IT companies, it is not only restricted to coding. There is a lot more to it. So I work in a profile called Sales Excellence, which is a sales support profile. Although I have done engineering work into IT company, but that does not mean that I am sitting and doing coding. So this profile relates to a day-to-day activity on what products the company is making and how you sell it. So unless you sell that particular thing, the coders cannot sit and develop. So this is what my profile is. So for example, when I say products, these are not the products that you get into the market. Say for example, if I have to give you a very basic example, ATM machine. How does the ATM machine work? So there has to be a logic behind the ATM machine. There is lot of programming that is gone behind ATM machine, which gets to working and the output comes out. So when the ATM machine got invented, how to sell that machine? Who is the proper market fit for that product? So that is the thing where I come into picture. So my basically team runs the, I would say, scenarios to customer requirements, explains them what solutions are available in, electronic solutions are available in market, and we propose a solution to them along with the numbers. When I say numbers, it is the pricing. How many people would be sitting at what locations, covering what areas for you, is something that I work. So this is quite different from what you do into IT company as a coder. So if anybody from you wants to get into this field, easier or the, I would say, ideal way is to get a code grad degree. Because if I have to say, IT industries are divided into three segments. One is the consulting, coding and testing part. Other is the sales part, and third is the exec part. So I come into the sales management cadre. So when I say coding, testing, these are the engineers who do that. So although I have done engineering, but I don't do coding. I come into the management cycle of the, I would say, hierarchy, where MBA postgrads with a marketing specialty in marketing, they come into this picture and they help doing all of this. So let me take a pause there if anybody has any questions, or is it going too bouncy? People not being aware about it.
Anyone, any doubt, whatever you have spoken till now, are you able to
Understand what I'm telling?
Are you able to connect with whatever discussion is going on, interaction is going on, or is there any doubt? We will open for the question answers around later on, for sure. Right now, if you want to ask anything, please go, otherwise we'll continue. We continue?
Okay, so let me just brief more about my profile. So, for example, if you all are completed your engineering and you all land into a IT company, definitely as a fresher you will be landing onto a developing job. But if you have to climb the ladder, you cannot do coding for 25 long years. You have to learn the management skills, the communication skills. Only then you can climb the hierarchy and get into the management segment. So this is the profile that I work into, where if you do a MBA specialization with marketing, you directly land into a management job and then you start your journey from there. So far so good. So okay, advantages and disadvantages of this profile. So advantages are, of course, you become a team leader from day one. There are people reporting into you. You have that authority and you sense the feeling of ownership when you do your jobs and all. Disadvantages. This is a high pressure zone job. It is like, I would say, critically deliverable jobs come into this picture. So whenever there is a client deliverable or something, you cannot miss the deadlines. So even if it says, you cannot, stop yourself on working from 9 to 5. Even if it says extending your working hours, working over the weekends to submit a deliverable, this is the category that it comes into. But that is how you learn. That is how you learn, I would say, time management, or that is how you learn patience, or that is how you learn your skills on improving yourself day on daily. Because I mean, at this stage, if you are, investing X number of hours in doing something, the same type of job or the same kind of work, the next time you would be doing it into X minus 1 hours. So that is how you learn daily. Yeah. Okay, now if I have to, so this is the pathway, roadway to landing into this type of job. So this is, I would say, only a bubble that when people say we are working into an IT industry, it is that we sit into on the desk and only do coding. So this is not the thing. There is a lot more than coding and lot more appreciation on this job than coding. So this is it. So how I would say, if I have to speak about my some school memories as I started. So, as I mentioned, I am like, I would say 25, 30 years back when I started my journey with this school. My nursery and junior KG have been here in this campus, and then we shifted to the pre-primary campus which is there right now, and then we completed. So, the teachers have always been a pillar to me. The three things that I always remember from my school which has taught me is discipline, focus and integrity. So, nothing before ethics is the motto that I live on. Or ethics before everything is the motto that I live on, and that helps me grow professionally and personally day in, day out. And of course, you have to be disciplined, you have to be focused, and learning and adaptability is one skill I would say you need to focus on. If I have to give you an example, you might not sure, mobiles, now we all have access to mobiles and all, and you would be learning the term AI. Suddenly this AI is coming to picture. So, I have learned my academics or passed on my academics 15 years back. At that time, there was nothing called as AI. But now, if I have to grow or if I have to, I would say, sustain in this market, learning and adaptability are two things that has to be constantly. Keep learning, keep focused, and be adaptable to changes. If you are able to do that, you are able to sustain in any industry, I would say. So, let me take a pause here. I know, many of things would be overwhelming for you. This profile is kind of exact profile that I am working on to could not be as easy to grasp at this moment. But it could be at least something, sometimes later, maybe 2, 4, 5 years later, if you have to learn something, this could recollect and help you in the future. So let me take a pause there if anybody has any questions. Okay, apart from this, any other questions if you all want to ask? I can tell the future as well.
Yeah, anyone, any question you want to ask? Please do ask, do get your doubts clear.
Apart from this, if anybody has any concerns on what career path to choose, how to get into a IT field or IT industry.
Achha, anyone here who want to get into IT sector? Quickly. अरे हाथ ऊपर आते आते नीचे आ रहे हैं. Come on. There is no one who wants to go in the IT sector. Achha, anyone wants to ask anything about AI and all, how to use it and all?
No.
How you can
Okay, so it was nice connecting with you all young guys and your future. Yeah.
not a question.
Yeah.
But it was good to hear from you that the premises you had started with your journey of your school. Can you imagine he started his journey? I hope you understood it, what connected with what he was saying. He started his school days from the
And
same
this-
premises you are sitting.
Yes, exactly.
So earlier when he was in the school, our pre-primary section was in this
This one.
premises.
Yes.
So can you connect? उन्होंने जहाँ से शुरू किया था उनका education, right? He is talking to you children, you young minds, in the same premises.
Correct.
So I think that is something.
Yeah, that is
More than
we cannot
yeah.
explain that. So initially it was like nursery, junior, senior till 4th, it was this year. By the time I passed junior, that campus came and then we moved there. So this was a pre-primary school and primary school earlier, and that was a secondary school.
everything is done. Now our farm is under construction. That's why we are taking.
That is,
But see the connection.
yeah.
You started here and
exactly, and I am back here. I really, that is like something I
you are back in your roots.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a question from me.
Yeah, please, please.
Sir, what kind of skills and education are required for the same field?
Okay, see, first of all, getting into IT industry, let me give you some examples of IT companies. You might have heard about Infosys, TCS, L&T, Infotech, Wipro, Accenture, Capgemini. These are all top 5 service providers in IT domain. So if you have to get there, you have to have a professional qualification. When I say professional qualification, you cannot end up with a BCom or a BSc degree. I mean, even if it is as basic as BSc, it has to be a BSc IT. That is one. But I would always recommend go with a BE or BTech degree. Right now there are, I would say, combined 5-year program which gives you management thing as well. One clear thing, I mean for everybody, and it is a very serious thing. Get yourself, I would say, prepared very, very well for competitive exams and get into a very reputed college. Because all these top 10 companies do not take freshers off campus. Unless you are getting placed from the college, you cannot enter these institutes. So, getting into a reputed college is something that you need to crack, and sustaining and getting probably 60% plus or something is something that you are eligible for sitting in the campus. And once you get your job from the campus, it's altogether a different ballgame. I can give you an example. I mean, my time I passed out in 2010, which was a recession hit period. I mean, US recession was at a peak at that time. So there was no campus placement across. Even IITs did not have campus placement. They dropped their campus placement to 35%. After becoming a qualified engineer, I mean, I could not even earn 10,000 finding an off-campus job. That is what the fact is. And then probably it took me around 6 to 8 months to get into a proper job, and 3 years later on I found out the way to IT and all of that. So again, I'm coming back to your question. Skills, start coding from the very beginning as soon as you are able to, because that is one thing. Even if you don't get into IT, coding is required everywhere. Even if you speak about startups which have become unicorns, Zomato, Amazon, Flipkart, I mean, they need coders. And whenever you see on the app, everything is coding. Somebody is writing a code, that is why you see that, I would say permutation combination on the screen. So learn coding as soon as, in case you want to get into this kind of jobs, corporate jobs, white collar jobs, learn coding as soon as. The reason why I am emphasizing on coding is, coding jobs have the maximum openings right now in the market. If you know coding, you can switch into cybersecurity domain, you can switch into testing domain, you can switch into, I would say, consulting domain, but you need to know something for that. And any language, I mean, there are multiple languages, Python, C, C++, Java, anything. Even for AI, you need to know Python only, then you can become an AI developer. So the skills are, I mean, of course, in the academics, they teach you in the colleges, then you go. So BE with the computer science or BE with BTech with the information technology is something I would recommend for this kind of job. Getting into this kind of industry is easy, and try to tap onto a reputed college so that campus placement becomes a smooth way forward. So see, work culture, you might have, I mean, see, you all are something who have grown up in social media. But don't, my first and foremost thing, don't believe what you see. Believe what you experience. Please do not believe what you see. Social media is all hype. And I mean, people, I have seen people dying for like some views. Trust me, I can sit in my office, ask my subordinate to generate 100 views on my individual photo, even if there are 200 followers on my account. It is as simple as that. So everything is sabotage. Do not believe what you see, believe what you experience. Yeah, so and work culture, work pressure, there is no work culture, no work pressure. If you are efficient, I mean, see, learning and adaptability are two things. I mean, when I passed out my engineering in 2010, I mean, there was nothing called as, what do we say, this AI. Before that, there was nothing called as WhatsApp. I am a person that social media used to work on Outlook, and then Facebook, and then suddenly this Instagram, and now Twitter, and now again it is coming to Meta. So now AI and Meta have taken over. So unless you learn and adapt new things, I mean, you cannot, I mean, survival is difficult. So work-wise, things are pretty good. I enjoy my life completely. I only have 5 days a week. I work from Monday to Friday. I do not go to office. Trust me, I do not go to office even once a day. I mean, in my introduction, you all have seen I am a hardcore rider. I ride Harley Davidson bike. Last month I touched Kanyakumari and I have come back. So I would say last July I came to Ladakh for a 15-day trip. So it is as good as this. Land into a good job, your work-life balance is absolutely fine. My daughter loves music. That is why at this age I started learning guitar and I started playing for her. She's hardly 2.5, but she loves when I play guitar. Although I am not at all a pro at it. So I am able to devote time for all my hobbies and all my मैं शौक पूरे करता हूँ अपने सारे. So work-wise things are pretty much good, very nice. I mean no stuff. But yeah, I mean these are the crucial years. Study hard, like study in a focused way. Get yourself placed in a good company. Have that learning and adaptability skills open, so that even after 15 years like me, even if AI comes, I am not worried. I mean I will learn this AI thing and probably I'll survive the way. Yes, please.
You have talked several domains right now. So, in which domain you are working?
So I work in sales domain. So sales and marketing is a domain under IT industry. So even though when you say IT industry, it is not about coding, it is about sales also. So when people are writing a code for something, somebody has to sell that code. So the person who sells that code, how will he sell it? So I have to give him something to sell. So I am the one who will prepare what the product is about. I mean, beautify it on the presentation. Tell him how much will it cost, how many people will be required for him to, get that product onboarded on his premises, and then he will sell. Once that product is been sold, only then the developers can develop it. Okay, let me give you a live example. I mean, how are we recording the attendance here? Is there a
Still we are maintaining the traditional way of
registrar?
attendance.
So anything that is online?
The biometric for the teachers.
Okay, so biometric for the teachers. Now, why would Rathi school get a biometrics here? So there is some company who is developing so let me give you a live example. There is some company who is developing a biometrics. That is a development in electronic infra. So a teacher coming in, writing their time manually, there are chances of human error. So what this thing is doing, it is eliminating human error and capturing data. And there is no need to maintain tons of books for the record. Biometric, I mean, it will give you the data in whatever application you want. So there is this biometric, the data comes in, data goes up. So there is a cycle. So this is, I can call this as an application. You might have mobile applications also in it. So this is one kind of customized application developed for this school. So now people know, okay, this is been developed for this school. There is something like this is existing in market. So a salesperson from a company would come to our school, propose this, and the teachers would like it. Okay, this is right. This is saving the effort. So he has pitched the product, they have liked it, and they have asked to, okay, now there is a process of how we do it. So now when I come into picture, my team comes into picture. I will make a presentation on what this product is about. What does this product contain? How much will it cost you? What would be its AMS, yearly cost, and how many people will be, or how many engineers would it require for this product to be getting executed at your place. So this part is me. And once this gets sent to the Rathi school, then they approve it. Then the developer will start writing the code and this biometrics, customized biometrics for your school with your teachers and biometrics will come to you. So the middle part in between sales and development, the bridge between connecting this is where I come into. So this is called sales excellence.
What is the salary of field?
Of
Your field?
Okay, so I
Starting.
So when you get into that is a nice question. I like that question. Yeah, absolutely. I cannot give you my salary, of course. So when you get placed from a reputed college and to companies like Infosys, TCS, the starting package is 3.5 lakh for an average student. So if you fall into the average bucket, you will get a salary of 3.5 lakhs. They will train you for 3 to 6 months. They have 2 campuses. One is in Mysore, one is in Tiruvananthapuram. And if you get into, there is something called as power programmers. If you are able to get a dream job or land into power programmer, the starting salary is 8.8 lakhs for all these top 5. Also, these are like, I would say, traditional companies working on since like more than 50 years. Now, this is some unique ones have come up suddenly. Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, Ola, Uber. So their rent varies. They provide a starting salary of 12 lakh, but it does not come with a job security as its traditional companies come. So yeah, so I would say starting salary lies in between 3 to 8 lakhs for a fresher, and they will provide you training on what you have to do. So we are good there.
Which types of coding is used for this job?
Okay, so my job does not, as I mentioned, does not require coding. So, but see, there is one thing called interest. There are multiple coding languages: C, C++, Java, Oracle, Python. When you get into engineering, you get an exposure to all these languages. And I would say, once you complete engineering, whatever language you have learned, say for example, the way you are in school, you get exposure to all the subjects. 3 languages, 2 maths, 1 science, 1 history, 1 geography. So whatever language you are liking towards, you develop a liking towards, you can excel into that. You can always do certifications, there are YouTube channels available, learning courses available. So at an academic level, you will be taught everything. And my kind of job is open to any languages.
Anyone?
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
So, I think you all have done with the questions. It was really very fantastic and very, very important session.
Thanks.
So, I would like to request Yoga ma'am to please come on the stage and present a token of gratitude to Mr. Chheda.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how many of you want to reach out to me, feel free to, not sure if this is the right time or something, but I think they want to reach out to me, just drop me a message and I am happy to be of any help to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And yeah, thank you for organizing such thing. I mean, it is much needed at this type of time.
That's why we are like planning kind of there. Instead of asking for other professionals, one or alumni coming and talking to the children, right? Because you have the tradition and the culture which Ravi has
Yes, yes,
inculcated. Why can't we share it?
Yes,
with us?
definitely.
That was the main thing behind it.
Yeah, I mean, happy to help. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you.